Hey everyone, Capritonic here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we started out the adventure here in the Sinnoh region, and today we're just going to continue on, making our way through Route 201, and making our way through onto Sandgem Town. During this episode, we kind of do quite a lot of things. We're going to go meet the Professor again, we're going to probably bump into Dawn and Barry. We're actually going to be able to... Well, you'll probably find out just a little bit shortly. On the way to at least Sandgem Town, you will bump into a few Pokemon. You probably will more likely just to bump into either Starly or even a Bidoof. Thank you very much for the feedback on the last episode, I do appreciate it. I did get a few feedback comments on terms of things I could at least add to this walkthrough. I've seen the suggestions, and personally I don't mind doing that sort of stuff. But it's not my type of thing, and because these episodes are just going to be so long, and if somebody's not really too sure on anything like throughout this walkthrough, please, like I say, please leave like a comment. I will try my best to answer all the comments, whether it's based on anything in the game itself, if it's something I've missed, or something you're just not really too sure on. Yeah, just like I said, just leave a comment based on that, and I will try to respond as much as possible. Yes, but I did actually get some good feedback. I was surprised to actually see so many people still tune in to my walkthrough stuff, so it does seem to show that I do have a lot of subscribers still tuning in, which is great because I want to try and make this as a success as much as possible. Speaking to this Pokemon like representative, I guess he will actually give you a potion, which is always nice, you know, getting free medication. Yeah, potion always early on in this game is very useful. Yeah, I do bump into quite a few Pokemon, this Bidoof, and you probably saw a Starly on the way there. On the way at least to Sandgem Town, it's always a nice thing just to, I guess, level up once, just in case if anything remarkably will happen, but it shouldn't. So, you know, just kill off the Pokemon and gain your experience, and yeah, get to the next level. It's like a victory you just want to do. In the past, a lot of people were probably wondering if I would ever do one of these again. I was cutting it off for a very long time. What happened to my older stuff, if anybody's still wondering, YouTube originally blocked some of my older walkthrough episodes. I don't know if it's based on the copyright of... I can't remember exactly. I was actually given a strike on my account. Oh, just making our way into Sandgem Town. We're just going to bump into Dawn. While Dawn's actually speaking, and we actually are going to go see the Professor, so this dialogue is a little bit boring to at least for me to talk over, but it will get a little bit useful just in a moment. But like I say, some of my older stuff was blocked, so I do apologize for anybody that was still wanting to see my older stuff, like from my Emerald and my Leaf Green. But in the near future, hopefully I can do them again. So here we have Barry, and Barry's always very egotistical, just to run off without even saying goodbye, which is pretty annoying and pretty rude as well. Naughty Barry. So let's just go see the Professor. Yeah, as soon as you make your way into Sandgem Town, Dawn will pretty much just be waiting there for you. And here's the Professor. Okay, Pearl, let's have a look at it. He's gonna ask you just to hand over the Piplup or any of the starters that you picked from. And he's not going to take it back from you, he's just going to be like, entrusting you with this Piplup was no mistake it seems. Professor, would you like to give it a nickname? Of course. So here you do have the opportunity to give a nickname to the Pokemon that you picked up. I'm actually just going to give it a generic nickname called Happy Feet, because I cannot think of good nicknames. Probably you guys would be more intelligent than I with nicknames, or even a little bit more, I don't know, I guess, better than I, because I just use like generic names, and generic names usually work for me. So it's something simple, but it works, so that's a good thing. Now, the Professor's actually going to go into something very, very important. So please stay tuned, because you're going to find out what it is. He's actually going to tell you that you can keep the Piplup, but he's going to ask you to do a main request now. And that is actually to... I believe he's gonna give you the Pokedex. Okay, so here we go. Let's move on to the main topic. There's something I want you to do for me. allow me to properly introduce myself, like you haven't already even done that. Yeah, he's gonna say that his name is Professor Rowan again. First of all, I would want to know exactly what kinds of Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. To do that, it's necessary to collect data using the Pokedex. So like I say, he's gonna give you the Pokedex. We're just waiting for this old man to give us that. I want you to entrust with this Pokedex. Will you use it to record data on all of the Pokemon in the Sinnoh for me? Sure I will. Thank you, old man. Just give me that Pokedex and let me fly out that door and capture every Pokemon in this game. Although that would be pretty hard, but yeah, you know, it's always something to at least trying to, I don't know, maybe go towards for. So like I say, he's going to give you the Pokedex. If you're not real, I think everybody knows what the Pokedex is by now. It's just basically an encyclopedia of every Pokemon that you encounter. It will keep records of Pokemon that you have caught. It'll keep records of where the Pokemon are. For some Pokemon, such as legendaries in the games, their area will not be available to be seen throughout the map on the game itself. If I remember correctly, that's not to be said to all of the Pokemon of legendaries when you try to look for them. And that's just for some, but for majority of them, you will not be able to see the area. It'll also give you some useful information, like the height and weight and a bit of a description. So yeah, that's what usually a Pokedex is good for. Let's just quickly take a look around in the professor's lab. This is actually Dawn's father, and I believe this is also Professor Rowan's other assistant. So Professor Rowan is actually quite a important person because, you know, he does have some assistants, and Dawn is another assistant to him. So let's just go outside and hello, whoa, Kypro. So the professor's there again. I have something good here. You should take this as well. What's that? Oh, TM27. So TM27 is Return, and the professor just gives you it basically straight off the game, which is never a bad thing. Yeah, he basically explains it's actually a technical machine, or TM for short. And bear in mind, however, that is a TM, a single use only. So yeah, like with TMs, once you have used them and taught them to the Pokemon of your choice, that are capable of learning that TM, of course. Different Pokemon in each game, or even Pokemon in general, will only have a specific amount of TMs that they can learn from. It's something that the game itself was probably based on what they did. So that each Pokemon can't learn everything other than Mew, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's a good thing. Getting Return, Return basically, the more happy your Pokemon is towards you, the more stronger the attack will be. Usually, each of the TMs will give you a description. At this time, Dawn's actually just going to be showing you around Sandgem Town, explaining to you that there is two important facilities that you can always use at any time, and that will be shown in each of the places of each town or city, which is a Pokemon Center, or the Pokemon Center, and the Pokemon or Pokemon Market for anybody who likes the names longer, but Pokemon is usually shorter. Before I actually do go into the Pokemon Center, I just want to quickly show you guys the rest of this town, just in case if anybody's interested in the dialogue. I think making our way to this actual town, one of the trainer tip boards basically said speaking to each of the people will be sometimes useful, just based on the, I don't know, the sheer amount of information that they could pass on. Like I did mention in the last episode, it's sometimes useful. Oh, we're gonna go straight down to Route 219. We don't have the capabilities of actually surfing on that water there. That's something that will be pretty much later on, but get something useful, which is Antidote. Antidote will basically recover any Pokemon that are poisoned, so just keep that for now, because you know, free items are always good. Keeps you from wasting your Poké dollars. So this is actually Dawn's house. This is her sister, and I believe that's her grandfather, I assume, or of a dad? No, yeah, this would be her or of a dad. That would be silly. This is probably her of a, that's her granddad. Upstairs is obviously Dawn's room, and with that being said, we're just going to go straight back downstairs because we don't want to go into girls' rooms without permission. Okay, let's just go next door, and that thing you have, it's a Pokedex, isn't it? Of course it is. Thank you. Be jealous of my Pokedex. Okay, this is another house. I don't really think anything is quite useful in this house other than... I don't know, I don't think anything is actually useful in this town other than picking up the Pokedex. And Dawn just giving you some useful information other than that you probably would know if you've played Pokemon in the past, which is the Pokemon Center and the Pokemon. So, with that being said, I think we've explored enough here. Let's just go into the Pokemon Center and heal up our Piplup. Or Happy Feet. So you can call it whatever you'd like when you're watching this. I'm just going to call it probably both. I usually do that when I'm referring to my Pokemon. This is the lady or the nurse that will be healing your Pokemon. And yeah, it only takes a few seconds. Every time I do go into these Pokemon centers, other than this once, maybe if I do not cut these out all the time, but going like forward, I will probably cut these out just because it's usually a long transaction. And they're not always useful. You don't really want to be seeing me going into the Pokemon Center constantly. So, just for this one off, I'm just going to show you the inside of the Pokemon Center. Over here, this is actually a very useful thing, which is the Pokebox, the PC for short. You do have 3 different options, as you can see there. One of them is someone's PC, which is a little bit redundant at the moment, which is just something that you can... The more Pokemon that you capture, you can store Pokemon in the Pokeboxes. I think there might be over 10, there might even be over like, there might be like over 20 here. So yeah, you can capture up to 30 Pokemon per box, and I think there might be like 20 to 24 or something. So that's a lot of storage for Pokemon if you actually are a hardcore Pokemon player and you actually are capable of capturing. We do have the your own section, which is I think you can actually have mail and Pokemon capsules, which is something I'll probably go through later on as we do advance in the game. This is just the Sinnoh region itself. I'm not really going to go into too much detail. It's just the map of it, and basically that was just showing us where we were. Each time you do go into the Pokemon Center, you do have different levels. The upstairs is more where you can, if you were to be playing against a friend, you can battle and trade Pokemon that you've caught, or yeah, just for the fun of it, you know, you can battle and trade. Downstairs is more Wi-Fi based. It's something I can't show just right now, but when I'm capable of, I will do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to at least access Wi-Fi based on what I'm using, but if you were to be playing any of the Pokemon games in the Sinnoh region or any of the 4th generation or 5th generation, Wi-Fi will be accessible from downstairs. I think in 5th gen it's different, but yeah, in the 4th generation games I think the Wi-Fi business is pretty much active downstairs. So that's the Pokemon Center. So originally Dawn asked us to make sure that we tell our mom that we're going to be going on a lovely adventure throughout the Sinnoh region. And yeah, so we're just going to make our quickly way back to our own Twinleaf Town and just to report that duty back to our mother. So let's just go inside. Good thing is about having your mum pretty early game, and that applies to any of the Pokemon games, which is that she's always there for you to talk to. She will basically heal your Pokemon. It's free of course. You can use her as a recovery at any time. So by doing that, she's also going to give us the journal. The journal is actually a useful feature in this game. It basically, if you can't, say for example, if you play the game for like so much for so long, and then you took a break and you can't remember the last thing that you did, and like, oh dear, what did I do last time I played this game? The journal will be there basically just to say, well, this is what you did last time. So it's just basically like a rejog of for your memory sake, and that's quite good. So it just basically keeps track of like the last couple of important things that you did throughout the game. So during this conversation with our mom, Barry's mother's gonna walk in, because she's a little bit worried to where he is. I mean, I would be as well. That guy's just crazy. He's just running around like, I'm Barry, get out of my way. She's just gonna give us the parcel. I don't know what's exactly inside the parcel, but it's for Barry's sake, so yeah, whatever, it's for Barry. So we're gonna keep hold of that until we probably bump into him, which shouldn't be too long, because, you know, if Barry's just like running around the whole of the region, we probably are gonna eventually find him. So we're just going to make our way back to Sandgem Town at this point. We're just going to battle these couple of Pokemon if we do bump into any. And yeah, I think at this time we're going to be flying past Sandgem Town as well, because we can pretty much say we've covered that town. There's nothing more for us to do. And yeah, I mean, yeah, let's move on with the adventure, because there's nothing more for us to do. We've explored the whole town, and yeah, that's quite good. So let's see what else we're going to bump into, which is a Starly. Starly is a flying type Pokemon, and I think the Bidoof is just a normal type Pokemon that you saw just we battled prior to that. I'm just going to run past this one, sorry, because I don't really want to battle them all. Don't worry, I will not be like, if I bump into like so many of the repeated Pokemon during the time of this walkthrough, I will probably cut out a lot of these individual battles, so you don't get really bored of me doing it all the time. So one quick pit stop I want to do is quickly come to the Pokemon. I should have done this probably before going back home, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick up some potion and some antidote and paralyze heal. You do not have to pick up any Pokeballs if you don't want to. I'll explain that in about a minute or so, but you don't have to do this, because what's going to happen exactly after this is quite good. So it basically saves you from spending more money. You can do it if you want to, but like I say, you're gonna be given some Pokeballs just up ahead now. So we're just gonna bump into Dawn here straight again, back on Route 202, which is North of Sandem Town. And every time you do play like a game of Pokemon, the early stages are a little bit boring, but they actually are useful if you are not really sure on how to capture Pokemon. But if you do have past experience, of course, it's usually pretty easy for yourself. So this time, she's just going to show us how to capture a Pokemon against this Bidoof. She does have the Chimchar. She will actually get the last of the 3 Pokemon that you or Barry didn't choose from. So you will always get first pick when you do decide to which Pokemon you want to go with. Barry will get the stronger of the typage, and then Dawn, or the other character, which name I can't remember exactly, the male character that will be in this position. If you were to choose the female character, will basically, yeah, get the last Pokemon. So the mechanics in this game will probably make sure that she will not miss capturing that Bidoof. A good way to capture Pokemon, as they would say, is to weaken it, put them to sleep, paralyze. But yeah, at the early stages of the game, just weaken it with your attacking moves. That's probably all you could do for now. I couldn't show you on the bottom screen just because it would have been pretty annoying just to show. But basically, on the bottom screen of your DS, if you were to be playing it, or the emulator that you would be running the game from, there was like an arrow that would suggest to press bag, and then Pokeball, and then press your Pokeball as an option, or the various the balls that you pick up, because there actually are various Pokeballs or balls that you can pick up throughout this game. So after all that, she will give you the 5 Pokeballs. Like I say, you can always go back and collect more, but as a starting point, 5 free Pokeballs is never a good thing. Well, bad thing, sorry. So here's our bag. Different sections of the our bag will contain different things. We just saw the various pickups that we just picked up, the Pokemon, the 3 Pokeballs that we received, the TM from the Professor Rowan, and yeah, the important key items that we will receive from our mom and Barry's mom. So we're just going to continue here, just making our way to the next town or city. I can't remember which one it is. Along this Route 202, I think we probably will be bumping into one of our good friends, because we're actually going to introduce ourselves into our new Pokemon, and I believe at this time this is where we do pick it up. Nope, that's the Bidoof. I do apologise. I'm pretty sure we'll probably pick it up on the next turn. I'm actually looking for... I do have a plan out of the Pokemon that I will be using in this generation. I did have 2 choices of like teams I could have used, but I'm gonna go with this little buddy of mine, which is Shinx. Shinx is an electric type Pokemon. It's up to you if you were to want to capture this. I like Shinx. I like its final evolution. I think it's pretty good overall. So here, like I said, after Dawn teaching you what to do, just weaken the opposition. You don't really have to go all the way, because or like with the HP wise, just in case you might knock it out. I'm just going to go about halfway with this Shinx. I'm just going to check my Pokeball, and there we go, we're just going to capture it. So, nothing really too hard about that, but I do like Shinx, like I say, and usually Shinx will probably bring a good selection of coverage for what I probably will be needing throughout this walkthrough. I'm just going to give it another generic name. I'm just going to name this thing Sparky. I think I might have named something else. Yeah, I named my Pikachu and my leaf green Sparky as well. But yeah, like I say, generic names are usually generic and they are pretty simple. And nobody can complain because they will be much easier just to refer to overall. So, let's quickly take a look at our Shinx, our new buddy. Let's see what nature we got. It's a female, so that's not bad, I guess. Here we go. It's lonely nature. I guess that can work. And we do have rivalry, so I guess that's actually not bad. I guess it's not a bad ability. I mean, if we were to bump into other female Pokemon during the time we explore the game, the attacking moves will increase. So that's not too bad. I mean, if we were to bump into more female Pokemon, like I say, we'll be dishing out more damage. So, with that being said, it's time to train Sparky just for a little bit, and to do that, we're going to be taking on our first trainer battle. Yep, you're Pokemon trainer, so am I. Our eyes met, so battle we must. Every time you do start in a new Pokemon game, you will be bumping into random trainers. I've mentioned this to a few people, but I will be trying to cover all the trainers in the game just in case if people are interested in knowing where each of the trainers are. It's something I try to do just because it's pretty important, just based on the fact that I don't want to miss out just on any free experience, because, you know, taking on trainers is what you'll need to at least progress throughout the game in terms of leveling up each of your Pokemon. And yeah, I mean, I will try my best to cover all the Pokemon trainers in this game. If a lot of the trainers do get repeated or pretty boring, I mean, if I do get like a bunch of like 50 trainers, I will try to like do a cutscene or maybe like shorten it down just in case if people do get a little bit bored. But just for the early stages of this and for the sake of it, I will just show you the first couple of trainers. Every time you do defeat a trainer, like I say, you do gain experience points. They will either give you, they'll give you some dialogue and they'll give you some Pokédollars. So, free Pokédollars is never a complaint that I will never turn down. Some trainer tips, all Pokemon that are evolved, blah blah blah. Yeah, more trainer tips. So here we have our second Pokemon trainer. So let's see what she can do. I spy with my little eye a trainer. A battle please. Well, that was very, very lovely of you to say. It's time for you to get beat though. Let's see what you have. You have a Bidoof, level 5. So if I wanted to take on this like Bidoof 1v1 with Sparky, I could do that, but because Sparky's a bit lower leveled, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. So I'm just going to go back into Happy Feet, because Happy Feet is going to be more stronger of the two Pokemon. And this is usually one method of way of training up Pokemon that are lower leveled. I mean, I could go back onto Route 201, I think. Yeah, the not just north of Twinleaf Town, just to train up my Sparky, but I rather not do that. That just takes up too much more time. But this method of training is pretty good because when you do battle trainers, their Pokemon will actually give you a little bit more experience points based on if you were to battle a wild Pokemon instead. So Sparky's gonna go to level 4, and Happy Feet is gonna go to level 8. So this is an easy method of training. It's easier because, like I said, it gives out more experience and you do get Pokédollars in the end. Oh, boo, I can't win. Exactly, you're against me. So let's just make our way north. Let's see what we're going to bump into here. And another Bidoof. Not really exciting because Bidoof, although it does have a funny personality, I guess, of its evolution. Personally, I don't like Bidoof. The only good, useful thing of using a Bidoof, which I probably will cover later on, is what it can do, which is Yeah, I'll explain it a little later on, but like I say, it's not really a good Pokemon to use, personally. Its evolution isn't too bad. And like I was saying, the Bidoof shouldn't really cause too much more trouble. I'm just gonna heal up here just in case I do get knocked out against this thing. I guess I don't want to lose my Sparky, because there's a good opportunity here just for me to get some experience points and see how we go down there from on. We're actually gonna try and take on like another trainer. I think we're just gonna take on all the trainers and we're just gonna call it off on this episode just because it's been a pretty long episode. Like I was saying, I'm gonna try and make these episodes pretty long, so I hope you guys do enjoy that. And oh god, another Pokemon Wild Battle. Okay, let's see. Another Bidoof. Do I want to take this on? Let's see. No, I'm just gonna run because I'm sick of fighting Bidoof. So let's just take on this trainer. This is gonna be the last trainer, and I think there's one more thing we can collect, and then we're just gonna call it off from this point. So another Pokemon trainer. Let's see what he has. Shouldn't really have too much special. He has a Burmy. Now, Burmy's actually a diverse Pokemon. If I can remember correctly, there's 3 different forms of Burmy. This one evolves into 2 different... Burmy's actually a very unique Pokemon. To be honest, what I'll do is I will actually go through like a Burmy thing later on in my walkthrough, just because they will be a little bit more popular then. So at this time, like I was saying, Burmy's a very diverse Pokemon. It does have 2 different evolutions, and yeah, yeah, we'll just leave it off there because there's going to be quite a lot of things that I'll need to cover later on, and if I do forget, I do apologise, but like I will definitely try to remember just to cover that later on. So we're going to get up a level there with Sparky, and yeah, Happy Feet is just going to gain some experience points and live with just 1 HP, so that's great. Okay, let's just go over this way and collect our final potion, which is just over here. Just north of there is Jubilife City, which is our next pit stop. Because making a quick pit stop, I don't know. I'm thinking like racing now for some reason. That's just a bad thought. There's another Shinx, and I'm just gonna quickly put rivalry just to test this to show you how good it is against like the same gender. So like I was saying, like with the rivalry, it will dish out more damage based on when you do verse like over the same gender. So yeah, Sparky's just gonna finish this piece of Shinx off, and yeah, I'm just gonna collect the potion and I will leave it off for there. So guys, please take the time to like the video if you enjoyed. Sorry for the long and overwhelming narration. Please comment on things that you enjoyed. And yeah, in the next episode we're going to take on Jubilife City, because it's actually a pretty big city. So until then, I will catch you guys in the near future, and thank you very much for watching. Take care, goodbye.